In this video, we are going to be talking about the PZ Tenant app and the PZ portal and how to navigate the features of both of those. The first thing that will happen is you will receive an email from your landlord or the property manager on how to log into the Tenant app and the portal. And your email will look something like this. It will give you, the first thing is your email address, which is your username, and the password, and the PZ Tenant app as well as the URL for the portal. If we're going to use the app, you can either use the iPhone App Store or the Samsung Play Store, depending on what phone you have. With this one, I'm going to show you how to use the iPhone. So I'm just going to the App Store and I'm typing in PZ Tenant, and I'm going to click on that download link, and I'm going to let that load, and I'm going to open that up. At this point, I'm going to use the username and password that was sent to me in that email to log into this specific account so that we can take a look at all of the information. From here, we're going to add our payment account. We're going to be able to look at a lot more features as well as things like adding work orders and communication. So once we have logged in, you are going to see this is our main dashboard of the app. The first thing I'm going to do is click on Pay at the top, and this is going to allow me to add my bank account. So we're going to see Add Verify Payment Method, and I'm going to go ahead and select Bank. At this point, we're going to put in our information, the name on the account, of course the account type, routing, and account numbers. And once I've got all that information in, I'm going to click Save at the bottom. Okay, so you'll see that information there. At this point, I can click on the invoice, and this will list all of my invoices available so that I can select which one I want to pay, and then I would click Pay at the bottom to actually process that payment. From this screen, you're going to also notice we have communications. You can click on communications and put in the subject line here and the notes, and this will be sent directly to the property manager. You can send this via an email or a text message. This is completely up to you and what they prefer, but this is an option as well from the app. After that, we've sent this successfully. You're going to notice an email pop up here soon of what I've got, so that's confirming that that goes in there. The submit work order is another option. You can put in a work order here of anything that happens. So in this case, we're going to do a sink faucet is leaking, so I'm going to put that in the description. The work type and the priority do standard in there as maintenance and medium. You can change that. I've selected entry allowed as yes, and then I just save at the bottom, and you do have an option of adding an image as well. From there, you can also see the ledger, and at the bottom you're going to notice that I have an option to email that. If I want to email that to myself or someone else for whatever reason, you do have that option. If I want to log out, I simply click that. Now, if you're wanting to use the portal, which is the web browser version, we're going to click on and type in tenant.propertyzar.com into our URL. We do suggest using Google Chrome for this, but I'm going to put in the same username and password as I used on the app. They work for the same. You don't need separate logins for either one of those. So I'm going to put that in there, and I'm going to click sign in here. And this is going to show me my balance. And you're going to notice that on the left-hand side we have an Add Verify Payment Method instead of requiring you to click on Pay Now. But it is an option. You can do both of those. So from here, we can click on, and you'll notice that there, you can click on Ledger, and that's actually the ledger that we were showing that you could email yourself from the Tenant app. But this is right on the dashboard of the PropertyZar portal. So I'm going to click on Add Verify Payment Method, and I'm going to select Bank Account Setup, and this is again exactly the way that we did it before. We put in the account name, the account type, routing, and account number, and save. Okay, so back to the dashboard, you can click on Pay Now, and this again looks very similar. You can see all invoices, you can choose your bank, and you can select what invoices you want to pay, and you simply click Pay there, and that will process your payment. Just like the portal, we have a work order option, so you can submit the work orders here. The same thing that we did for the sink faucet leaking. You can also view work orders, and you'll notice that the one we put in previously on the app is sitting there, so you can always view that if anything changes. Statuses, you can do that. And again, just like the app, we have a communication feature that you can send email. The other thing is documents. So if you want to upload any documents to this portal, the property manager or landlord will be able to see that information. So if they require things like driver's license, something like that, you can use the portal to upload those documents and put those in there. So I hope that helps. Thank you so much.